Hello and welcome to another OLLO Live episode. In this one I'll talk about the S5X mixing and mastering headphones, our flagship product. If you own it, that's gonna be for you, because I'll talk about the features but also about the serviceability, so how you can actually repair them, service them by yourself. Coming up. Alright, let's talk about the box. So it's a cardboard made box and there's a cool feature about it. So when you open it up, you'll be greeted by the message, and then you'll have the headphones in there and you can take those out, everything out, and what you'll end up with is this empty box. And the cool thing about it is that you can throw your headphones in there together with all the accessories and other stuff. Make it close, and because it has this like lovely handle over here, you can use that as a carrying case every once in a while. It's not the real case, but it does the job well if you move around like every once in a while, a few times a year. This box can double up as a hard case. This is the S5X cable. It's terminated. It's like a Y splitter, terminated to left and right, with little markings over here so you know what is left and what is right. This is the 2.5 millimeter TRS termination on one side, and on the other side you have the 6.3 millimeter jack, which is actually a screw-on adapter, so you take it off, and underneath there's the 3.5 millimeter mini jack, which works with PCs, laptops, smart devices of any kind, so you're ready to work in studio but also on the go. The good thing about removable cables is that you can buy or make your own cables, aftermarket cables if you will, and use them with the S5X headphones. And another benefit is, if you do step on it accidentally, it will not break because it will just simply detach. Adjusting the headband on the S5X is super easy. They have a slider on both sides, so they just slide out or in, whatever you need. Actually, I do prefer or recommend that you slide it all the way out before you put them on your head. Put them on and then just use your fingers to slide it to the ideal position for your head size. That's it, super easy. The S5X earpads are very easily exchangeable. You just, let me get closer, you grab it inside and you peel it off just like that, and it reveals the speaker over there. And when you get a new pair, you just need to use this overleaf right here and hook it on this notch, basically like that. Is it visible on the camera? And you just turn it around, and that is it. That's how easy it is to replace the earpads on the S5X. How do you replace the headband on the S5X? Well, you're gonna need a small tool like that, which is basically a so-called Allen key. Unscrew the top on the headband, the top screw that is on the top of the slider over here. You can actually do that with your fingers as well, once it's a little bit untightened. So you take that off, and what happens is that this slider and the headband and the headphone cup will go apart. So now you can get yourself a different or a new headband if you somehow broke it, and just reinstall the cup back in and secure it with a screw on top. There you go. Can you adjust the clamping force on the S5X? Of course you can. Step number one is taking off the strap. To do that, you're gonna need a screwdriver. So you need to get in here with this little, let me show you over here, and you need to untighten these. Once unscrewed, the strap will just fall out like that and have it removed. So now take the headphone by the steel bars by the end of the arch and just turn it around like that to make the clamping force higher. And if you want less clamping force, just, take it apart like that. So now you will have less clamping force. And make sure you don't lose any of the screws. Check this out, on the S5X you can actually look under the hood or under the wood over there by removing all these screws, but not the middle ones. So keep the middle ones in there, but remove the outer circle of screws. If you're unscrewing this down on a table on a flat surface, make sure that you remove the ear pad beforehand so you don't accidentally create air pressure inside and push the membrane up. Also take this locking screw at the top of the slider off so that you can actually separate the cup from the headband itself. So now when you unscrew all the screws that are surrounding, you can push this backplate away, take it out just like that and reveal everything that is inside, or well, basically under the hood, under the wood. Now that gives you access to replace the female connector over here. It's really easy, just 2 screws are holding it in place. So you take it out, unsolder from the speaker and replace with a spare part that you can buy in our spare parts store. Just put it in, screw it back, resolder, and you're done. If you're losing signal or stuff like that, the female connector could be the cause. And if the speaker is damaged, usually it's because of air pressure buildup. So when you have them like against a flat surface and somebody presses maybe accidentally or in a backpack, the air does not escape, has nowhere to go, so it pushes the membrane in a little bit, and over time that can distort the membrane. In order to replace the speaker, you need to take out all of these 4 screws, unsolder or maybe remove and replace the female connector as well, since you're already under the wood. And that's basically it. Put another one in, it comes like that. It's just a speaker. Put it into the chassis, tighten it back up and put it back together in reverse steps. So backplate, screws, headband, and securing it at the top. Like, come on, that's like super easy. Did you know that the S5X, they have 5 years limited warranty? Now that is really long time. So of course not everything is included. For example, the earpads, which are in touch with your skin and will get deformed over time with heavy usage, are not included in the warranty. The same goes for the cable. It is in warranty for 90 days out of the box. If it's ripped or something doesn't work, of course we're gonna exchange it for you, no questions asked. But if it works for a year or 2 years or 3 years, well, after that period of time, it's really impossible to conclude if it was a manufacturing error or it was most likely a user error. So the cable and the earpods are excluded from the 5-year limited warranty, while everything else is included. Isn't that sweet? When you get your S5X, make sure to check for the accessories. Over here I have the hard case that fits S5X, also S4X as well, if you have both of them maybe. So it's a really nice sturdy hard case with extra room for cables and other stuff that you may want to take with you. There's also this hanger, a desktop hanger that you basically place on any desktop surface, and it folds away so it does not rip your trousers accidentally. which is, I think, a really cool feature. It can also be mounted vertically, which means you can mount it directly to the microphone stand. So you have your headphones hanged right where you need them. And for the fancy ones, a traditional desktop, headphone stand, also made out of wood. It's real wood and out of, steel, aluminum, I think, something like that. Really nice. The S5X are available as non-calibrated and calibrated version. What does that mean? Well, with calibrated version, you're gonna get the calibration for your specific unit, and it's a plugin and a calibration file. Let me show you. So over here I have Studio One running, and I just dragged in the plugin. It opens up. Obviously you have a little knob for the gain, and down below you upload the USC file, which is the calibration file for your specific unit. And the funny thing, or the really cool thing is, as it is a plugin, it works in other software as well. For example, I have over here the Premiere Pro. So if you're a videographer, if you're making videos, with this plugin and the S5X, you're gonna have perfect monitoring for your video projects as well. Now, side note, you can actually take the calibration data from the plugin, from the USC calibration file, into other software like any EQ of your choice. And one really cool thing is that Real Phones also made integration with us, so you can actually import the file directly into the standalone or whatever version of the Real Phones. Now that's cool. Alright, so this now concludes this fast-paced feature serviceability explainer video, I guess. Until the next time, stay safe and sound. Bye!